Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, the mission was fucking accomplished. Caitlin Clark went into Toronto, Canada in front of 19,000 plus fans, a packed house, standing room only, and absolutely took over. Sandy Brondello and Brittany Sykes had to watch this nightmare unfold because, honestly, there wasn't much they could do. Caitlin Clark, alongside Kelsey Mitchell before Kelsey had to leave the game, looked damn near unstoppable. The pressure Caitlin puts on defenses is fucking ridiculous. She's stacking consecutive 20.5 assist performances and continuing to break her own records like it's nothing. And then we have Sandy Brondello, who was brutally honest about just how difficult it is to stop Caitlin Clark. Much respect to Sandy. She actually gives Caitlin credit instead of acting like some bitter, jealous hater. So let's get right into it.
Coach, you said before the game that you wanted to give the fans a better performance than you did last time at Scotiabank Arena. Obviously, close game here. How did you feel that tonight went as opposed to the last time?
Yeah, it went better. So that was good. Like, I don't, there's areas we can still get better at. This is a really good team. I think the crowd was entertained with what Caitlin and Kelsey can do. And but I think regardless of the scoreline, we got down a little bit. We stayed together and we persisted. We did some good things. Offensive rebounding was very good. Defensively, we still can't let our team to score. They're still shot a high percentage there, 53%. And where we can get a little bit aggressive, but I was happy. The game was closer, and we've got to build on the things that we did do well. Still a lot of areas we work on, and we've got a lot of games to work on that as we move forward.
What are those areas?
Defense. Yeah, look at the thing. We've got one player 29, the other one 24. They shoot 53%. I think our closeout, our one-on-one defense, our closeout defense, we keep working on it. Like, we fall for shot fakes and give a direct line penetration, and where we're slow to help or that scramble, you can't do that against the team. And then, it has been fouling. We've been fouling people way too much and sending them to the foul line, takes us out of their flow. Offensively, I think, we get people in and out and moving everyone around, and, Nisa's still learning the playbook and just getting more comfortable, because some things, where it's like, okay, that's not the play. That's not what we're supposed to do. There's that. There's no, we haven't got a lot of continuity, but we simplify it and let's keep working. We've got opportunities to keep growing this next game down on the road.
How do you feel about that? Yeah, great. I had to for some more minutes.
I'd love to have played the
I was, that's not one.
Yeah.
I was just really grateful, just to be back out there with my team, sharing the ball with them, watching them work, but on the court, it's a different feel when you have that energy together, and you're going on runs and getting stops, and I'm watching these be one decks on the glass. It was like one rebound with her. She got it on Simpson and AB, and she heard me. I was like, oh my God. One of those type of moments. I miss that. Now, again, I'm just really grateful that I got the minutes out of that. We didn't get the win, but it's slowly but surely coming back. I can't wait to this restriction.
So what was it like to hear the fan response? Huge for you.
Chills. It was chilling. I couldn't even hear my name, to be honest. I just started walking out. But it was dope, just to have the fans here, and they've been so supportive via social media, even when I was on the sidelines, just to feel that love. Like I said from the beginning, like, yes, the W fans in the States, they give love, but God damn it, like Toronto and Canada itself, the love that they give is just ridiculous. I'm really grateful for that too.
Okay, so you got a lot of love as well. These performances for me. What was your reaction when you heard the crowd?
It felt great to have some home court advantage. I've been on the road for a month now, so it felt great to just be in front of amazing fans, and I was able to see that, of course, like when I was traded here, the support, the love that I got, and be able to put on the show for them tonight. That's why I said I got to get on them boards, because I know they want to see me on them boards tonight, so it's fun.
Can you look back to the game and then look at the fight that we had that showing through this history? Can you speak a little bit about it? When you talk about building a foundation, how important is it to learn that about kind of building an organization?
Yeah, I think that's where it starts, isn't it? We face a lot of adversity, our injuries, people in and out, and it's been crazy what we've had to go through, but the players still come to work every day. and, trying to get better and, trying to execute the scout, but being resilient. We've got down big games where through probably most of our own fault, but some of the other opponents just being better, but then we don't give up. And you can, as long as they're not, okay, what are we doing this year? We can make progress. And that's what we want. We got a lot to achieve in these last games that will prepare us as we move forward.
Coach, just a few words on Brondello. You talk about progress. How have you improved?
Oh, so much. What we love about Ornella is we need some defense, and she can play defense. That's what she does on the ball. She's got Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. She had some welcome to the WNBA moments against these players, but the only way you learn is by doing. And I think she got out there, just played her role really well. And
Sandy Brondello had some fascinating things to say about Caitlin Clark and exactly why this superstar is becoming such a massive problem for opposing defenses. Let's take a listen to what she had to say. Sandy basically admitted what everybody watching could already fucking see. Trying to defend Caitlin Clark is a nightmare. She said, "I know you want the defense to be better, but when you gotta deal with Caitlin Clark, it's going to be really, really hard to get the defense better." And damn, she wasn't happy about those points. Then Sandy made it even clearer. But I mean, with Caitlin and Kelsey, it's hard to stop them. It's hard. Exactly. Kelsey Mitchell dropped 29, Caitlin Clark had 24, and that combination was just fucking brutal for Toronto. Anissa Murrow played a hell of a game too, no question, but Sandy was clearly explaining the insane pressure Caitlin and Kelsey were putting on that defense. And here's the crazy part. That was Sandy after the game. Even before tip-off, Sandy Brondello was already talking about how damn difficult it is to deal with Caitlin Clark.
what basketball's about, isn't it?
Coach, putting the coaching hat on, the offense you're going to see on pace to restore.
Yeah.
So I know defensively there's a million priorities, but if you can kind of narrow
Yeah.
down to a couple, what would they be?
Yeah, there's a lot now because obviously last 16 of 18 games, I think they've scored over 100 points. So this is a team that loves to score and can score really easily, and it's really gonna start with our offense and our shot selection because they rebound well and they're one of the best teams in transition. Now Kelsey Mitchell's she's so fast down the court, so we can't allow those pass aheads. We know Leah Boston loves to run and rim run and get some easy baskets. They're Sophie and Holla, they just sprint to the corner. They play their role well. And then they've got one of the best facilitators you've seen in Caitlin and her ability to pass the ball, but also make those really deep threes. So, we've just got to be on point. We've got to make sure we're communicating. We've got to, make sure we're locked in, but our offense has to help our defense a little bit tonight as well. So.
See, Sandy Brondello was calling this shit out before the game even started. She knew the Toronto Tempo had their hands full with the Indiana Fever offense. Kelsey Mitchell loves to run, Aaliyah Boston is running the floor, Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull are sprinting to the corners, and then you've got Caitlin Clark, the best passer in WNBA history, who can pull up from the fucking logo without hesitation. Sandy knew exactly what was coming. Caitlin Clark is driving, creating contact, scoring in the mid-range, finishing at the rim, getting to the foul line when the refs actually do their damn jobs, and then just when you think you've survived, she's pulling from the parking lot. That is an absolute nightmare for any defense. And you saw it before the game, and you saw it again afterward. Sandy Brondello knew the pressure Caitlin puts on a defense is fucking relentless. She knew the crowd would be insane with thousands of Caitlin Clark fans showing up for the Clark show, and Caitlin delivered. The Indiana Fever delivered too. The Toronto Tempo deserves credit because they didn't just roll over and get embarrassed. They fought back, made it competitive, and turned it into a scrappy basketball game. Anissa Murrow played a hell of a game, and Toronto showed some real heart. But ultimately, Caitlin Clark was just too damn much. The Toronto Tempo have struggled badly and haven't won since around July 12th, but they showed fight in this one. Still, when the Clark show comes to town, you better be ready because Sandy Brondello knew exactly what she was walking into. So what do you say? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.